Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here at my next Naruto chapter review. This one's going to be my review for the special Gaiden chapter, the day Naruto became Hokage. Um, Basically what it is the chapter that comes in the Boruto the movie data book that was released alongside the Boruto the movie, which was released 2 days ago, I think, in Japan, and there was like a screening a few days ago, but obviously we won't get to see that here. There won't be subs out for a good while yet of that, so we'll be left waiting for the movie. But we do get this chapter. I think good quality scans and translations came up today, so pretty cool chapter, and I really liked it. I really did enjoy it for what it was. I would kind of question the kind of way things ended up going down, just because, just by the title of this chapter, The Day Naruto Became Hokage, it's this big event that I think everyone's been waiting for, because this is probably the thing most people wanted to see be the end of the Naruto main series. Chapter 700. I know a lot of people like 700, most people did, but they did question a little bit why we just saw him as Hokage rather than him becoming Hokage and that big event. So I'll talk more about that later, but it was a fun chapter because we got a lot of focus on the Uzumaki family here. We got to see more of Hinata as a kind of housewife, I suppose, kind of helping organize things for Naruto's big day. And I think most importantly for a lot of people, we got to see more of Himawari, Boruto's sister, Naruto and Hinata's daughter, because she's been there the whole time. Like, we've known about her since like chapter 700 basically, but she's definitely been the least developed of most of the kind of main Uzumaki family, and this one was kind of all about her, which was interesting to do that in a chapter that kind of was meant to be all about Naruto. But basically, the main story of this is that they're kind of a bit behind schedule. Naruto has to be woken up by the kids. He's running a bit late. His new 7th Hokage kind of cloak isn't ready yet, and Hinata goes to like the seamstress to get it. And while this is happening, Naruto's getting ready. The kids are getting ready to attend the actual ceremony, but Boruto and Himawari, who I really like that Boruto kind of for short calls her Hima, which was pretty nice. But they're arguing over like whether or not Hima should bring this stuffed bear with her, basically. And Boruto doesn't want her because he'll end up holding it, but she really wants to bring it. They end up kind of having a tug of war with it, and it breaks. And basically, the big reveal that we get in this chapter is that Himawari does actually have Byakugan, which was something that everyone was kind of questioning the first time we kind of met her, because she didn't have the kind of Hyuga eyes that were straight away Byakugan. But with her, the basic idea they seem to be going for is that she has regular kind of normal eyes, because we have got some screenshots of basically in color what her kind of eyes naturally kind of look like, and they're blue normally, but she can actually activate Byakugan and kind of turn it into the kind of standard style. So obviously it's kind of like, okay, Hinata and Naruto, so their kids, doesn't necessarily have the proper full-on Hyuga clan Byakugan, so it's slightly different, but it's still pretty cool reveal that she actually has it. And apparently the thing is that she knows that she has it, or else kind of isn't fully aware of it, and just sometimes when she gets angry she uses it and kind of has an idea of what to do. But it seems like Hinata, Naruto and Boruto didn't know that she had it in the first place. And so what happens is that obviously, like, she sends Boruto flying out of the room. She reveals that she's actually super strong when she's angry. And the most important thing here, though, is that to block basically Himawari killing Boruto, Naruto gets in between their sibling rivalry and basically takes a single finger kind of gentle fist shot directly to one of his chakra points, and is basically out cold for the whole day of his ceremony, which means that they have to get Konohamaru to fill in for Naruto for the ceremony. So he does a transformation jutsu and transforms into Naruto, and he has to accept the title of seventh Hokage from Kakashi in front of everyone, while no one is really aware that Naruto's actually been just KO'd by his daughter. So it was funny in that sense, and just the idea that Konohamaru, who everyone assumes is going to be the eighth Hokage, actually is the one there to accept the role of the seventh Hokage. So I would assume if we ever get the kind of tale of Konohamaru becoming Hokage, that he kind of returns the favor to Naruto, and Naruto like transforms into Konohamaru and Konohamaru into Naruto, and it's in terms of when they're transformed, it's Naruto giving the title of eighth Hokage to Konohamaru, but in reality it's like Konohamaru giving the title to Naruto because Konohamaru actually was inaugurated as the seventh Hokage. They could do some really cool things if they have a kind of chapter that kind of heavily references this one. But at the same time, that's cool and all, and what they could do, but like really you used what should have been basically in my mind one of the most powerful moments you could potentially have in this whole Naruto universe. The day he becomes Hokage, the day his overall dream, the thing that's driven him for like the entire series, and you make a little bit of a joke out of it. It's a good chapter, as I said. It's just like I do question a little bit turning such a potentially powerful emotional moment into a little bit of a joke, making Himawari the kind of main focus of the chapter rather than, in my mind, Naruto. Because I would have liked to have seen maybe just like, okay, he accepts the role, like all goes well, but you kind of get some inner dialogue from him as he's accepting it, that everyone is there happy to see Naruto become Hokage, that they all thought he was a joke the second he revealed to everyone that he wanted to become Hokage all those years ago, and now it's finally happened. And it's this huge acceptance thing that Kakashi, his sensei, is giving the title to him. He's earned it, and the chapter to really show that development from where we meet him chapter 1 to where we see him now. It should have been a really big moment, but they went more for the comedy road. So I definitely question that a little bit, but it was still a really enjoyable chapter, all things considered. But definitely there was a way to do this a little bit differently. There was one more thing I wanted to say. I'm trying to think of it. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so what I wanted to say was that the one reason I can kind of understand, the one reason I can really kind of go like, maybe we've overestimated how big the day he became Hokage actually was, because within the series itself, they definitely made it a bigger point of kind of going like, episode 2 of the anime, Naruto meets the introduction of Konohamaru. Konohamaru wants to become Hokage, and he just wants to find the quick and easy road to becoming Hokage. But Naruto teaches Konohamaru that it's not you become Hokage and then people respect you. You actually have to do it the other way around. You have to get the people to respect you, and then they will accept you as Hokage. You will become Hokage then. And that happened in Naruto already. And that was basically when he defeated Pain and he was the hero of the village. That was the moment when everyone in the town and village accepted him as, a hero, accepted that he was very different and that he was going to be a future Hokage one day. That is the one reason why I can kind of let this go a little bit of like, and not make a huge deal out of the fact that they turned it more into a comedy chapter than the serious one. Because that episode of the anime where obviously he returned to the village and everyone in the town basically was like throwing him up in the air because he was the hero, and they had that kind of really interesting kind of half of an episode where they did all the kind of flashbacks through the key events of the series, but with just random villagers in the Hidden Leaf village, kind of giving their thoughts as they kind of gradually saw all the important stuff that Naruto was doing, and they were coming to understand him and actually care for him to the point where they're like, oh, Naruto brought the fifth Hokage back to us. He's really doing stuff. He beat the Sand Jinchuriki. That was a really big victory. Is he okay after like trying to get Sasuke back but failing, and stuff like that? He's back in the village now with Jiraiya. How does he feel with the death of Jiraiya? And now he's the hero. That was a really cool sequence that, to me, that being there justifies them not going overboard with just the day he became Hokage. So really liked the chapter. Love getting to see more Himawari, Boruto, and Hinata. She was in it a decent amount as well. Yeah, just a nice kind of Uzumaki family focused episode. And people were huge fans of Himawari already, but now real big favorite, definitely. Final thing I'll end on is just by saying, like, obviously, like, the past week or two, we've been hearing reports from Kishimoto saying that he's been quoted as saying that, like, let me rest now, Boruto the movie is kind of like the last thing, I'm kind of done with the series and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, he's saying one thing, but the series that he's actually, like, writing and drawing is kind of saying another. Like, are we just going to leave these characters the way they are now? Like, are we okay with this being the last kind of official chapter of Naruto? I don't really know. I'm not too sure about that. It to me it seems like there has to be something more with the kids going forward. So maybe we'll get something. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. I think he's going to be attending New York Comic Con. Maybe he'll announce something there. I'm not really sure. This is a good chapter, but it seems like a kind of an odd one to kind of just leave it off on. And, like, admittedly, it's a special chapter in the book for the movie, but then, like, are you saying that, like, is chapter 10 from Gaiden a good enough final chapter? I don't really know. But I think there's still a lot that people actually want to know about this series going forward. So that's where I'll end it. But yeah, in the comments, leave me your thoughts on this special chapter, and definitely some of the points I brought up. But other than that, thanks for watching the review, and bye.